Warning: the Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and lots of psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? Alright, so I lied to you. Let's watch the video. Let's watch it together and make a comment. And then I'll give you my final thoughts. I'm so behind. They just finally uploaded their the holiday video. You'll understand what I'm talking about here in a minute if you haven't watched them yet. Please watch these.
When we started the design process of Amico with Tommy
before watching
we needed
this.
to figure out what his vision was.
We wanted to create something that personified what Intellivision and our messaging is all about. Something that was exciting and unique and fun.
We put hundreds of pictures on the wall. We put out lots of words.
And you know what?
Talked about the emotional response.
That's the word I've been getting from this thing.
Looking at
fun.
Some of the curvatures of the device itself, I gave a lot of reference to companies like Ferrari, Lamborghini.
We want it to be fun.
Of course you did.
We want it to be exciting.
Where's my Mustang love,
it's
Tommy?
It's important to us that it's friendly, that it's approachable.
Like Mustangs, okay?
You understand how to use it right off the bat. During the entire development process, we're continuously asking ourselves, what can we do to make this a better product for the user?
It was also important for us, though, to make something that...
Is that a real background, Tommy?
Aggressive.
Come on.
Or that wasn't scary piece of technology. We really wanted it to be friendly and to be a part of...
And a lot of people pick on the design of this thing. You know what? First of all, I don't give a shit what a console looks like. As long as it does its job, but
it allows people all over the living room.
I think it looks fine. I don't think it looks too much like a flip bath, like everyone's been saying.
In the environment.
So one of the big things I've been involved with over the last 20 years is my video game concert called Video Games Live.
Okay, so this is where he goes in and starts talking about the lighting.
A lot of things about how important
lighting is wicked important for mood and vibe. And the first time I watched this, I said to myself, I don't see the connection with video games and that. But the more I thought about it, I mean, obviously not on the same level as trying to, like, say, I saw Black Sabbath play the original Black Sabbath. They had fucking torches going and low light and everything, and just little, and it totally, I'm there with 60,000 people. Just the lighting alone created the mood. And I used to talk about the light saying it was going to be obnoxious, and I was hoping that there was an on-off button, which there is, back in the early days. But the more I think about it, the more the way these folks are talking about it, I think it's going to enhance the experience. It's going to sound silly to a lot of people, I know. Something as silly as lighting. But I've been on stages like Tommy, maybe not the size of the stages Tommy's been on. Wink, wink, back up guitarist Tommy, but wink, wink. I'm a session player. But seriously, I totally get what he's saying here. I think in games like Bomb Squad, in particular, they were talking about the lights creating the anxiety as well as trying to... The code, figure out the code. It's obviously the original one, but yeah. I totally was kind of like meh about the lighting until I saw this. I'll admit it. He sold me on the lighting here. But yeah, I totally get it now.
So we have steady state memory, but we've also gone as far as to design the cooling system in a way that is totally passive. We keep Amico cool and at a stable temperature by using passive airflow, so it silently allows...
See, it's the little touches like this that give me confidence in this product. I mean, the team and the individuals behind it and the many hundreds and thousands of years of experience among everybody should give you confidence enough. Whether or not you like the product or not. I mean, you may not be feeling that's fine. But the reality of confidence in the product itself as maybe a successful thing, you can generally kind of figure that out. But it's the silly little things like the airflow and there was a reason for everything. There is a reason for everything. So whether you like the design or not, there's a reason for it. It's not just willy-nilly. It's not just something you came up with.
Using their Snapdragon family of chips. That is the thing that is
and I dig that. I dig that.
Powers
Now this with the chip and all that, I know nothing. I can't comment on it. I'm glad we have something for the tech geeks. That I love that look. Looks like a stormtrooper going nuts. The Imperial fucking episode. I'm gonna get a white one now and put a nice big Imperial crest right on it. Blam!
We also added a micro SD expansion, so you can store literally hundreds of games on your Amico. Amico has built-in RFID. RFID stands for Radio Frequency Identification, and what that means is you can take an object, tap it on your Amico, and have access to new games, new content, and awesome new experiences.
This is going to be used for a number of different things, but mostly with our physical media,
which I can't wait.
Talking a lot more about
I know.
At the end of the year.
Okay, I know about what the physical media is going to be, and I wish I could tell you. I really do.
The way that we have done
but as a collector, and Tommy said this in the past, so I'm not giving anything away. As a collector, I think if the Amigo is your vibe, the physical media is going to tickle your fancy. I'm excited for it. I'm not a completionist though, so it's going to be cool. I can't wait for him to jump out with that info. I think some people will get it a little bit more when he does.
And what we're doing with that is we're selecting a mixture of gloss and matte textures to help highlight curves, highlight surfaces that we want people to see and look at and engage with.
We did some special editions as well, which takes a bigger...
I was kind of hoping to get my hands on a purple one for the Alzheimer's Association this year and give it away. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Maybe I just gave away a spoiler for next year's big prize.
That actually match the bezel of the special
we'll see.
Edition
We'll see if I can get my hands on one.
We have a Galaxy Purple. We have the GTO Red.
I'll get a little
and
decal.
We have the vintage
walk into Alzheimer's and put it on the front of it.
To find Amico intimidating, and this can be seen in the controller design. We have a lot of similar features to mobile phones.
Color capacitive touchscreen, speaker, microphone.
And you know what? I like this. Everyone. Okay, a lot of the naysayers talk about, oh, it's just cell phones and all this stuff. Not even talking about the games themselves, but the controller. And these guys aren't even shying away from it. They're designing it to be similar to a cell phone because that's what most people have in their hands now. Not only that, but you don't have to buy extra controllers for the system. It's going to come with two, which no system does anymore. I don't give a shit how many times you argue with me about the Switch. That's one controller that you can break off and give a tiny thing to another person. Now, could two people play a game with that one controller? Yes. So technically it is two controllers, but it's not. It's not two controllers. Stop with that argument. You're dumb.
One unique feature,
but you get two controls with the console. And if your buddies come over, you're just like, oh, there's an app. It's free. Go ahead. You know, we can all just jam on it. And he's talked about the physical things that you can put on it. He's already talked about the buttons. Dude from Mass is designing them. I'm sure it'll work fairly well. I hope so, anyway.
Once you put the controller in the charging,
it's still not going to be the same as having a physical controller in your hand. And I'll admit that.
With a full charge,
and there's going to be a lot for me to get used to because I hate cell phone controls.
Contact charging, you can also charge your Amico controller with a USB.
I don't know. I think it's going to work out pretty well.
You're holding it, similar to your mobile phone.
Now the controller itself seems a lot thicker than I think I normally would anticipate it to be. And I'm not sure if that's a benefit or not. I think for my big hands it will be. The only thing, I'm going to say it right now, the only thing about the controllers I think I am going to have a hard time with is if I'm holding it this way, say the disc is on the side, having to do this. I have never been a shoulder button kind of guy. You give me a Super Nintendo, I'm not using the shoulder buttons unless it's absolutely necessary. It's just not a natural movement for me. It's not comfortable and I just can't. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, I know you can use the controller multiple ways, and so I'm not worried about the controller not working for me, period. Shoulder buttons are kind of making me personally nervous, not because I don't have confidence in the controller. I don't have confidence in my own agility, my finger's agility. Just ask your mom about my finger agility. She'll tell you I'm a disappointment.
We're all about family play, all about multiplayer, couch co-op. Yes, every single game has a single player, but you know the fun is really to be had when there's more than one person playing.
I agree. This guy's awesome. I could listen to Bob talk all day long.
it's nice to be able to have the other.
There's just some kind of a warmth about him. I want him to make me breakfast, sit down with me, and tell me a story about the old days in the farm. That's the type of dude he reminds me of.
In one form or another has been around for many years. The factory itself has been.
This is another. If you go back to my interview with Tommy, which I probably need to have him back on, I don't have any new questions for him. That's why I haven't really invited him over. So maybe if you guys have some questions that have not been asked yet, let me know. Send me messages. I'll gather up. If I can get 10 or more, I'll invite Tommy back and see if he has time to do so. But one of the things we talked about was the ethics of this machine being built, and of course, its footprint on the planet. Those are concerns. A lot of modern concerns people have. I wouldn't have thought the footprint part, but the ethics part. I mean, let's face it. Things made in China can be made in an ethical factory or a complete shithole of a cesspool of slavery kind of factory. Half the shit you get at Walmart was probably made by people who've been working 18 hours straight, you know? But that was one of the questions we had asked, and he gloated about its leadership there. And he mentioned certain, her personal lifestyle, which I won't talk about, which, if you think about, lends to the ethics of running a good team and treating the employees fair. And that was important to a lot of people, including me. I don't want to get a machine in my hand and feel guilty for having it, knowing that some 6-year-old kid made it for a bowl of rice, And I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm not. But unfortunately, that's the reality of the world right now, at least in our time. And to hear these folks talk about this, now I don't know who they are, and I guess I have to take it with a grain of salt, but it made me comfortable enough to be like, okay, I'm glad we brought that up.
That no matter what your skill level was, it was easy to pick up and understand.
And that's all I want. That's all I need. Gaming has left me far behind. My doings also. I mean, I've never really tried to. Let me bring up the mic a little bit. Never really truly tried to get. I can't get the whole modern controller thing, the thumbsticks and all that jazz. And I've tried over and over again, and I'm still trying. I mean, I got the original Xbox. I really need to fire that up. I was really excited about that. I hate that when you get excited about something, and then you kind of fizzle off on it. A nice stack of games. I want to finish Stubbs the Zombie. I started playing it. I was going to give you guys like a little, hey, this is my thoughts on it or whatever after the fact. And I just need to finish it. So there you go. There's the hardware video. The pros, we learned some really interesting stuff. That it's foot bath design. It has practicality. There's a reason for it, and they did want to make it a non-aggressive looking unit. And if you think about it, a lot of consoles, that's what they go for. They go for the aggressive, and to stand out, Tommy would have to do something radically different. And I suppose making it soft around the edges. And I get it. Whether I like the design or not, neither here nor there. As long as it does its job, I don't care. I mean, I got an Atari built into a cigar box, okay? It works. So it's just fine. Going back to the factory thing, I'm glad we talked about that. The lights, I'm surprised they devoted that much time to just the lighting. But I totally get that as well now. One thing I was actually hoping for, and hopefully we'll get something like this soon. I'm pretty sure we will. And I don't know if it would have just been blowing the load too soon to do such. But when I heard hardware video, I was satisfied with the information I got. But I was actually kind of hoping there would be a physical one there. They would go around it and they would open it up and, do all kinds of stuff. But que sera, like literally the hardware, not just talking about it and all that stuff. But I guess we're going to have to wait a little bit for that. That's fine. We got a lot of really good information in this video. And it's pumping me up a little bit more. Now, he just dropped another video about 2-3 hours ago. I believe it's the celebration holiday one that we were talking about earlier. So I'm going to record that. I'm going to try not to bombard you with these multiple times a day. I think I'm just going to do one a day. And I'll stay behind if I have to stay behind, and that's fine. But I want to know what you think, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts on this specific video was. Did it sway you either way? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to leave feedback, that thumbs up or thumbs down. all feedback to the Creep is positive. I forgot to say that in the past couple of videos, and I apologize. But it still holds true even for those videos. So if you go back to those, it's all positive to me. Guys, I hope you had a great weekend. And I'm still going to enjoy 2 more days after today. So that's really all there's to it. So guys, I hope you're doing well. Thanks always so much for watching. And until next time, take care. Creep it real. And bye-bye. I don't think I said creep it real in the last video either. Fucking slacking.